let's talk about a new geometry word. This word is perimeter. Can you say that? Perimeter. Yeah, this is a geometry word, and it has a special meaning. Perimeter means the distance around the outside of an object. So to find the perimeter of something, you're going to measure around the outside of something. Okay, so that's kind of like measuring and kind of like geometry all put together into one type of thing, because we're measuring around the outside and counting the distance around the outside of an object. So let's see. So for this is a rectangle. It would be around the outside. So the length of this plus the length of this and the length of that and the length of that would give you the perimeter. Okay, so let's look over here. Here's a rectangle, and you can see it's divided into different units here, okay? We'll call them units. Because remember, when we're measuring or looking at the length of different sides, we always want to tell what unit. Is it feet? Is it meters? Is it yards? Is it inches? How are we measuring? But we'll say units because these aren't really a particular, they're not inches, they're not feet, they're not yards. We'll just call those units, okay? So let's count the perimeter around the edge of the shape. Ready? So 1 unit, and again I like to put little marks so I know where I've been. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we would say the perimeter of this rectangle is 16 units. Okay? 16 units. So let me give you one, and let's see if you can try to find the perimeter of this one. Okay, so go ahead and see if you can figure out what would be the perimeter. What's the distance around the edge, around the outside? And remember, use units as our label, okay? What's the distance around the outside? Okay, should we do that one together now? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we would say 12 units is the perimeter, the distance around the outside of an object. Okay, so 12 is the perimeter shape. Okay, so let's pause for a moment, and I want you to say in your own words, what is perimeter? Perimeter is the distance around the outside of an object. Now let me draw one that might look a little bit different than those, because not all shapes have sides that are kind of the same like that. So let's do one that looks like this. Okay. So let's see if we can find the perimeter of this shape. I'm going to give you a moment to go ahead and give it a try, and then we'll do it together. Okay. Are you ready to give it a try together? Let's see. Let's start right here. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 what? 14 units. Okay, that's the perimeter. Okay, now let me show you what I have for you to work on today. So you're going to be doing what we just did. You're going to be practicing finding the perimeter of these different shapes. So you have one sheet like this where you'll find the perimeter around the outside of these shapes. There's another where you'll find the perimeter around the outside of the shapes. And one paper where they're going to want you to compare the perimeter of these shapes. So this question over here says, circle the figure that shows the greatest perimeter. Okay, so you're going to want to figure out which one has the greatest, biggest perimeter. And then this one says, circle the figure that shows the smallest perimeter. So you're going to want to figure out which one of these has the smallest perimeter. Okay, so go ahead and give that a try today. And remember, perimeter is the distance around the outside of an object. So you're going to figure out the perimeter for each of these. And don't forget to label it with units. And it even says that up here at the top. Be sure to include units with each answer. Okay, so that's for today. Okay, have fun with that.